Hey everyone, and welcome back to Cookie Crumb Fun. This video is going to be my little recap for the Feel Cycle I just finished. So as most of you know, I just finished a 2-week cycle that I joined with Katie, the Ironheart Mama. And she came to me and goes, I'm going to try one, want to join me? And I thought about it, prayed about it, because I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to do one in June. So I joined her anyway, and I said, yes, I feel let's do this, because it had been a few months. I hadn't done one since the last week of January, first week of February, and that one went really well. So it had been so long since I thought it would be perfect timing to do another one with her. And I learned a lot. I took notes here, and I have everything written down that I want to share with you so I don't miss anything. And what I'm going to do is share with you the recipes I liked, anything I didn't like as far as recipes go. If there were tips that I could share with you, things that I learned about me, things I learned about Trim Healthy Mama perhaps, and if there was any weight loss, changes I might have felt, things like that is what I'm going to share with you. So I'm going to start off with something that everyone's always going to want to know about your fuel cycle. The reason I went on a fuel cycle is to get me back on track. I have gone on track, you know, I stick to Trim Healthy Mama 100%, I lose weight, and then I fall. You know, I have the chips, I have the off-plan foods, I eat the crossovers, I eat too much of on-plan foods, you know. You can totally eat, you know, indulge in too much of the good stuff and not lose weight. But that's where I was. I was eating on plan probably 90% of the time, and I wasn't giving it 100%. Therefore, I wasn't losing the weight that I wanted to lose, and I still had 20 pounds of the 30 pounds that I had gained since living in California, since we moved 3.5 years ago, that I gained back. Because I originally lost over 40, I gained 30 back from all the stress, all that, you know the story. So what I did was, in this fuel cycle, it was just another jump start. It was another reset. And I know I said that the last one, and I did change a lot of habits, but I also fell back. And this time, I'm more determined, because one thing that I learned about Trim Healthy Mama with me is that if I can't do it, it's not a one-man show. It's not a Claire show. It's not what can Claire do. It's what can God do for me? What can I do to be better for God? You know, not that I'm in it to what God can do for me, but God's going to get me through it is what I mean. If I don't include him in my Trim Healthy Mama walk, my Trim Healthy Mama eating, my Trim Healthy Mama lifestyle, whatever you want to call it or not call it, then I'm not going to get anywhere with it. And I wasn't including God in it. I was just eating. You know, I was just doing what I should do with it, and not even, you know, you go on your life, and you know God's in your day, but I wasn't including him in Trim Healthy Mama. If that makes any sense to you, that I wasn't bringing him, say, God, show me what fuels I need to eat, show me what, you know, what a good meal plan, give me wisdom in choosing the right meals, help me to find ways to exercise at work, in my life, you know, all that sort of thing. You know, those are the things that I was not including God in. And that, now that I am including God in those things, more so the last few months, it's changing way better, Trim Healthy Mama, for me. So the one thing that you're going to want to know is, did Claire lose any weight? Okay, people do this to, if you're in a stall, if you've gained weight and you want to like reset like I did, or maybe you're eating off the plan. So what I did was I weighed myself the day I started, that Sunday morning, and I marked the weight, and then I weighed myself again Sunday morning. And Sunday morning, I was not expecting, I did not do this to gain weight or to lose weight. The last time I did a fuel cycle, I lost like 4.5 pounds, and I was fine with that. I'm like, because I wasn't doing it to lose weight. People do this to lose weight. People complain, oh, I didn't lose any weight, I gained weight, you know, so they're all discouraged. But you have to look at it in other ways. You may not have lost weight, but there are other ways that your body's going to be healthy and show you that you're healthy. So you have to look at it the right way. If you're going to do it just to lose weight, then, you know, you're better off not doing it at all. You're better off just, you know, getting a food log and starting Trim Healthy Mama, you know, doing Trim Healthy Mama that way. But I did lose weight. Would you like to know how much I lost? And I have to tell you, I was shocked. I stood on the scale and my jaw dropped. I lost 8.2 pounds. I can't believe I did that. Not me, okay? Now, I lost almost half of my weight that I was wanting to lose. this is amazing. I am in shock right now that I am almost there and that God blessed me with that. And like I said, I wasn't doing it for that, but because I think my attitudes have changed. See how God worked with me and said, Claire, I'm going to give you the desires of your heart because you're, I'm including him in this. I'm changing things more so. So that was a huge blessing. Woohoo! Okay. So now get over that. Okay. Now I'm going to go into the recipes that I liked during this fuel cycle and my family. The one thing that I tried last time that I didn't share with my family, but I did share this time, was the chicken fried double rice. I have everything written down in my notebook here, so when I look down, that's what I'm doing. The chicken fried double rice is now a family favorite. I made it 2 times during this fuel cycle, and both times they ate all of it. All right, now for me, the breakfast gondolas that Pearl created, she mentioned them in a podcast in the beginning of the year. So you can go back to listen to a podcast in the beginning of the year. I don't know which one it is, I'm sorry, but she did mention it. And then they did make a video, or they talked about it, or made the recipe, but it's just on the website. Or the membership site. I cannot find it anywhere. It takes me directly to the membership site, and the membership site, then you have to be joined. So I first heard about it on the podcast, so that's how I know about the recipe. So if you are in the membership site, you can go find it there, or find a friend to share it with you. All right, so then the other thing, that's an S, that's a deep S. And that's also a breakfast that you can change up to be, you could make it a fuel pull by just using egg whites. You can use it, really couldn't turn it into an E unless, you don't want to make it an E. You want to make it a nice, one of those heavy S's with cheese and all that stuff. So then the other thing is shake on nuts. I've made that a few times before. I made that in the last fuel cycle, but it was wintertime when I did the last fuel cycle. So shakes were not something that I was into at that moment. When I'm cold, I don't want to have a shake, so I was drinking more coffee. Well, Shake on Nuts is a fuel pull shake, and it is delicious and hits the spot every time. So for a fuel pull shake, that's in the regular cookbook. And the chicken fried double rice is in the Trim Healthy table, and you probably could find it online, I'm not sure. Now, I created a shake that I had no idea I was trying, I wasn't trying to create it, I was trying to find a way of enjoying the secret big boy shake, or the secret shakes, with the okra, and I did not like it with the okra. I made it, didn't like it that much. I made it with pumpkin spice coffee, and it turned out amazing. So my friend Michelle, she has an awesome blog that she shares her menus with for Trim Healthy Mama. So I'll have a link below, Mixing with Michelle. Is that what's called, Mixing with Michelle? So she shares her menu plan every week. So go check her out if you need help with menu planning. And she cooks through the cookbook. She cooked through the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, and now she's cooking through Trim Healthy Table. But she gave me the idea of the Java pumpkin spice shake. So that's a fuel pull shake, and I made it with pumpkin spice coffee, and I could probably make it with plain coffee and just add pumpkin spice to it. It was amazing. I had it twice during the fuel cycle. It was really good. And then the teriyaki beef and broccoli, which is in the Trim Healthy Table. It is a slow cooker recipe that you can also cook in your Instant Pot, and that recipe, was so good. I'm going to be making it in the slow cooker to see how different it is, because when I made it in my Instant Pot, if you go back and watch it, it was the last Thursday. I think it was what day was that? Day 12? Or 13? No, 11 probably, right? 14, 13, 12. 12. It oozed out when I released the pressure on my Instant Pot. It kind of like spurted all out. And then there is you can make it a fuel pull with chicken, and then S with beef. And you can also add rice if you make the fuel pull way for an E and all that. There's all sorts of ways. And then the egg white scramble with sweet potatoes. Okay, that one was an amazingly good breakfast. And I think I wrote down what I'm going to try to start doing is make that one for Sundays, because I need that little boost of energy on Sunday mornings to get through the morning to get us to church. And then any recipe that I didn't like, no. Last time I made some tomato soup that was disgusting, and that was the only recipe, but this time there was nothing that I made that was not good. Now, I'm going to go on to mistakes I made. We all know the mistakes I made on day 1, okay? I may have made a mistake some other day, but it wasn't like pointed out to me. I didn't realize it if I did, okay? But day 1, I ate strawberries. It was pointed out to me that I ate strawberries. I was told how wrong I was doing on that day in my fuel cycle. And during that, I thought everything was fine. I was so in the wrong mindset that day of the berry thing. You could read something and not even realize that you're not supposed to do it, And we got to be careful about the foods that you're not supposed to eat on your fuel cycle, because it's not like a whammy. It's not like evil. It's not sin to eat berries, okay? It's suggested not to eat them. It's recommended not to eat avocados and cheese and dairy and all that stuff, okay? It's recommended. You can go back and you can look at it. It's recommended, all right? You can have a successful fuel cycle and make a mistake like I did. And I did make a mistake and had a successful fuel cycle. So, and then apparently there were onions in my chicken fajitas that I didn't even see. Another thing, I didn't even think about that. All right, and think about it. I probably ate like 3 slices of onion that day, okay? But the other mistake that I made, I realized I ate breakfast too late. And I know I do this because it was during normal homeschool days. And this is what I always do. I wake up, I drink coffee, I have collagen and protein powder in my coffee, and then I wait and have breakfast an hour or two later. That's just what I do. That's how my life is. I need to accept that that's how it is and not try to change it, but make sure I am having protein in my coffee so that I can have that breakfast, still have food. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm fueling my body in the morning and not eating for all that whole time. So now what I would change for next time, okay, these are the things that I'm going to change for next time, just minor little things. First thing, I'm not going to do another one in June. It was way too busy of a month for us, especially with the change of plans on that Friday with the fuel cycle. Even though the Lord blessed and gave me, friends that ate keto, so I was able to eat on plan, it just wasn't a fuel pull, it was S. But still, I lost weight and that still happened. Okay, God is so good, ladies. All right, and I'm not going to do it when it's hot out. It was extremely hot the last 2 weeks, and the whole fuel cycle was really hot. And I'm not going to do one in the summertime here in California. I'm going to do it like in September, October, or like April, March, early May, perhaps. But I'm definitely not going to do any in June, July, or August. I am not going to do that to myself again, because I think that whammied myself where I was so hot. Because there was one day where I had like a shake every 2 hours on a fuel pull day because it was so hot. Now that didn't hurt me. It was just a way that I got through the day, but it was too hot. And the other thing was I need to make more desserts. Now I was fine with not having any desserts during my fuel cycle, but I think that if I had some, I would have been a little bit more happier. Now I did make the Frisky, I did make some other things. Oh, that was the other thing. The recipes I liked was the Frisky. I'll get back to that. Hopefully I'll remember. But even though I enjoyed all my smoothies because I was able to have more smoothies this time than last time because it was hot, I realized that I need to make more actual desserts. Have actual skinny chocolate made. I didn't make skinny chocolate because I don't like the plain. I like the Reese's one. And so, the Reese's. And so I didn't think that I should have that extra peanut butter and peanut flour. So I tried to eat it, to not eat it. And so I skipped that altogether. But I think what I'll do is do that. Just have that made just in case. So the Frisky, the recipe I did like. I tried the Frisky, probably made it 4 times, didn't I? And every time it got better and better and better. Frozen bananas for ease. And lots more ice, and it worked out way better, and it was good. Even though it wasn't thick, it still tasted really good. So that's the things that I would change for next time. Not in June, not in the hot months, and more desserts to make. Now, tips I want to share with you. Make sure you have a menu plan. If you're planning a fuel cycle, do not do it without a menu plan. 1 week or 2 weeks, whatever you choose. Plan out your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and have a list of snacks that you can have. All right, fuel pull snacks. Make a huge list of fuel pull snacks so you're prepared ahead of time. There's all sorts of things you can have. Enjoy each fuel. You are going to learn about the fuel each day. You're going to spend 2 days on Deep S's and realize how Deep S is totally opposite of regular S. There's no cream cheese, there's no heavy fats, there's no whipping cream, and you can still enjoy it. It's still really good. All right, your ease. You're going to find new carb sources that you're going to love. You're going to eat the fruit that you think you're not eating. Make a lot of snacks. The snacks, by that I mean the shakes, the skinny chocolate. Have ideas. The cottage berry whip, yogurt. If you're going to do dairy, you can have Greek yogurt on your E-days. You can make like a fuel pull Greeky swirl type thing, that keep those in mind for that. And eat your veggies. If you're not eating enough vegetables, you're going to end up eating more carbs because you're going to eat more of the brown rice. You're going to eat more of maybe of the fats or something. You need to have a huge side salad with almost every meal, even breakfast. Have lots of vegetables with your breakfast. Make sure you have lots of vegetables planned out and you'll probably spend more money on veggies than you do on protein. That's what I did. I know I spent more money on vegetables during this fuel cycle than I did proteins. All right, so let's see what else. I realized I wasn't drinking enough water. This is one of the things I learned. I realized I was not drinking enough water each day. And during the fuel cycle, you're so conscious of what you're eating and what you're doing and what time it is and if it's time to eat yet and which fuel you're eating, that I wish every day was like a fuel cycle. I wish I could eat every day like it was a fuel cycle. So I was more conscious of drinking the water, of what fuel I just ate, what fuel I need to eat next. I need to figure out how to do that, because that will help you lose the weight and stay on plan. I didn't have enough, before I realized I wasn't eating enough shakes. I'm trying to read what I wrote here. I didn't have enough shakes before this fuel cycle. Now I realize that now that I had so many and enjoyed them so much, that it's just fine, that I need to have more for breakfasts, for lunches, and for snacks. And so, like I said, I was more conscious of what I ate and the fuels, and that really was the thing. I was so conscious during my fuel cycle that I need to carry that on to now. What did I just eat? How long ago did I eat? There's got to be a way that I could keep I want to be more faithful to making a food log, what I ate today. I have something that I was saving to give to somebody. I may be selfish and keep it, because it may be just the thing that I need to make this work for me. It's a sheet of paper that tells you what what did I eat today, and you write down everything that you ate, and it's all like labeled out for breakfasts and all that stuff, and water. So I think I'm going to end up keeping that and put that on my kitchen counter, on my cupboard, and tape that like I did my menu plan. But I know that I'm going to start menu planning. I mean, I always menu plan dinner, but I don't menu plan breakfast and lunch. And I think if I menu plan breakfast and lunch, that's going to work out a lot better for me. So that's all I have to share with you. It was an awesome fuel cycle. I had so much fun doing it with Michelle and Katie. And it was encouraging having people. Do it with a friend next time. If you can do a fuel cycle, make sure you do it with a friend, so you have an accountability partner. So you have somebody to share ideas with, swap info with. Like, is this too much carbs? Is this not enough carbs? You can add that, is this really a deep ask? I need breakfast ideas without eggs. Michelle's the one who got me thinking about breakfast without eggs. And so then I asked on Instagram, and I got some ideas of just like bacon and vegetables. Who knew Saturday morning I woke up with a deep ass, I cooked the bacon, cooked the veggies in the bacon grease, and it was like the most delicious breakfast I ever ate. It was so good. I hope that this helps you plan out a future fuel cycle. I hope that the videos of what I ate each day help you and encourage you to see how easy it is to do, and how Trim Healthy Mama is not hard. Trim Healthy Mama is not a day full of special ingredients that cost you $100 a week to buy. It doesn't. As you can see, I ate like no special ingredients. I used the last of my Glucy. I used protein powder and collagen, and that was like my special ingredients. There's no nut flours and all that stuff. You stay away from all that. If you could like eat less of the baking blends, I think that will help you on Trim Healthy Mama a lot. Save those for like special times, like make a dessert, once every week or two, instead of like, 2 or 3 times a week. I think that's another key thing to it. So I hope that this helped you. Like I said, I really do. It helped me. It opened my eyes to a lot. I know this video is a little bit longer, and I hope you were able to make it through to the end, because I learned so much in this fuel cycle. I'm so blessed that God took care of us through this and blessed me, even though I went off plan that one night, the last night, it was just amazing. Go back to one of my videos if you want a whole story behind that. I think it was day 13, the last fuel pull night. But God took care of me. He blessed this fuel cycle, and all the glory goes to Him. I could not have done this without the Lord. He brought me through it. I prayed. I'm like, God, you got to get me through this. You got to help me get each day. Help me not to worry about my food. And I tell you, I did not worry about food. I did not worry about what I'm going to eat. I did not think, oh, is it time yet? Oh, I'm so hungry. I was not hungry. But one thing did happen. Oh, I didn't share this with you. I got my cycle during the weekend. I think it was like the middle of the first week, and it lasted a couple days throughout there. And I was so worried that was going to affect me, because I felt my skirt looser on me like the day before I got my cycle, and then during my cycle, you're all bloated again. I'm like, well, there that goes. But I think the Lord used that to remind me, like, your body changes, Claire. It's going to be okay, because after it, I still lost 8 pounds, you know. My skirt is now loose like it was before I got my cycle and I was bloated. So, and I got a canker sore through it too. So I don't know what happened. I got, you know, we each have different things. You know, I know Michelle got sick. Katie had horrible allergies. So, you know, I got my cycle and I did not worry. You know, I think that the Lord, I gave him my worries and said, I'm not going to worry about this. And he blessed me because of that. So thank you, Jesus. Yeah, that's it, what I have. And I will try my best to get more videos up this next week. I'm kind of like taking a break, you know, right now, because I've had videos every single day for 2 weeks. It's kind of like my body needs a break from editing videos every morning. And so I enjoyed it though. Even though I want a break, I so enjoy this. And I thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. And until next time, ladies, thank you so much and be a blessing.